All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're coming back at you today again with another breaking par on Alpha. If you're new to the series, this is where we play the Alpha course at River City Nature Park in DeBary, Florida. I struggle out here with the front nine for some reason. I shoot my best rounds out here if I can just make it through the front nine, even par or better. The goal is to come in under par through the first 9 holes. Today's going to be a test. Why is today going to be a test? Because it's 42 degrees outside. I'm a born and raised, you can hear it in my voice. I'm a born and raised Floridian. 42 degrees, not where it's at. I'll tell you that much. We're playing the short layout, short tee pads to red baskets. We're gonna go 2 off the first. Let's see if we can get somewhat warmed up. No warm up. I did not do any warm up throws. So these are gonna be the first 2. Let's see how they go. Red baskets straight ahead, maybe 250 feet, maybe a little less, 220. Throwing a hex first shot. Pretty good, a little short, but to be expected. Cold, got to warm up here. That was a buzz. That one's even shorter, a little early release. See what we can do. All right, came up a little short, so we're in the tree line. It's maybe just outside of C1. Let's get a good one to start the day. High. Well, made the correction. It's definitely probably going to be a tough day putting out here, that's for sure. My hands are frozen. I'm hoping at some point maybe they just go numb. Okay, that's a par. Hopefully you guys were in frame there. If you weren't, I'm sorry. On to the next one. Okay, hole 2. It's about 400 feet. Main goal with this one is just get through this first gap here. Try to get something out in the middle. I'm gonna go boss. Try to kind of flex it around this first tree, big tree here on the left. Let it come back in, little forehand. See what we can do. That's a little high. Nose up. It's gonna be short and right. It's gonna be tough. Okay. After our first subpar shot of the day, we're left with probably 300 feet to the basket, and it's through these trees up to the right. I don't really think there's a good way to get there from here, so I think what I'm gonna do is just try to throw something straight to the left of that pine tree in the middle, forehand, nice soft, and just kind of land in between the trees there. That way, worst case scenario, you know, we can just chip up, make a par. Okay, not great. Again, threw it nose up, so that ended up hitting the palm tree on the corner and knocking straight down, but I do think we can at least get there from there to make a par. So stop just short on the corner here. I'm gonna try to just throw a Toro, little just forehand chip around the corner here. Yeah, that's fine. Let's get our par. All right, hole 3. They've moved some of these baskets since the last time we played out here. We're looking right at the red basket now. It's right on the corner by the OB line on the left side. I don't even think I'm gonna try to get close to it. I just think that OB is too tucked to it. I'm gonna throw Destroyer on a forehand and just try to push as straight as I can. I'm not gonna full power this because I don't want to push all the way into the trees, so. Has early release again. Caught a tree, that needs to stop rolling. Stop! Okay, we're in the fairway. Second shot, well short because of hitting these trees right here and rolling to here. I'm just gonna try to throw this Toro out wide, skip it in there. Yep, slid up in there just right. All right, that's even par through the first 3 holes. That's a really good start because hole 2 and hole 3 here are the 2 that I struggle with by far the most. So let's see if we can pick up maybe 1 or 2 birdies. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but a 2 or 3 under would be awesome. All right, hole 4, 220 feet. Narrow gap. It's not that narrow, but I mean, it's a narrow gap. Let's just call it what it is. Basket's kind of up on the right side. Trying to get my hands warm a little bit here. Got some hand warmers in my pocket. That bendy tree up there straight ahead, it's basically equal distant to that, but to the right. I'm gonna throw a Tesla, try to throw it low right down the middle, hopefully get a right skip. Well, I succeeded in half of that shot, which was throw it low. Not only did I throw it low, I threw it so low it didn't go anywhere. So I think that some people might call that impressive. I'm not sure. But we're gonna have a tough up and down from this far back. So let's get to it. All right, second shot. Well far back. We're probably, I don't know, probably still 160 feet from the basket. We probably only made it 50 from the tee pad. That happens. I don't want to make excuses, but it's cold. So I'm going with it. I'm going to take it. You know what? I'm going to take my excuse. I'm still just going to try to throw a little one-step, little just chippy Tesla. That was awful. I said I didn't want to speak too early on the last hole. I think I might have, though. Okay. This is a pretty simple shot. Why is it a simple shot? Because it's got to go in for par. So we're just calling it a simple shot, trying to make ourselves feel better. I'm going high, floaty with Toro here. around this tree. That wind just knocked it straight down. Well, that's gonna be a bogey. That's gonna put us one over, but that's okay, because there's still plenty of time left in this round for a couple birdies. So let's get to it. Okay, hole 5. It looks like they've moved this position now too. It's basically this clump of trees over here. It's to the right in this little back alleyway. What we got to do now is try to get a good shot. I spoke too soon. I said we were going to get it on the birdie train. Ended up with a bogey on one of the easier holes out here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to the basics, which is just throw a good shot, you know? I'm going mint disc, lobster. I'm gonna try to just throw it straight at that grouping of trees. Turn it over. Just like that. I think that's just slid under the basket a little long, but pretty good. Well, where this ended up, I think a little higher, and we might have had a nice ace run. But this is exactly what you're looking for. This thing slid right under the basket. That's a tap in birdie. Well, I won't call that a tap in. That was maybe 11 feet. That's how we bounce back. It's a great bounce back. Go bogey, birdie, back to even par. Let's get that goal today. Okay, hole 6. It's about 270 feet. Straight ahead, just on the other side of that palm tree. We are throwing straight into a headwind. I don't know if you can see how much that palm tree is coming right at us. The wind is picking up a little bit out here. So I'm gonna throw a destroyer, try to fight through it a little bit. I think I'm gonna go forehand just because there's tons of room out to the left. Oh, that's getting caught up in the wind a little bit. Oh, it's actually still fine. Still fine. Cool. That ended up a little shorter than I wanted. I mean, I threw it up, nose up into a headwind. So of course that knocks it way down. So we're right on the edge of circle, just a little inside of it, maybe like 28 feet. You got to just make putts sometimes. And this is one that I would love to make. Oh, just hung it out a little right off the rim. And the second one is low. That's okay, that's a par. Not the end of the world. We just move on to the next one, that's all. All right, hole 7. We're back to another par 4. This is a scoreable par 4, depending on the basket location. I know they've moved a couple of them around. According to this, it's in the C position, which is a birdieable position for me. If it's in the D position, we'll know when we get up there. That one's a tougher shot just because it's a tight corridor to get that second shot through from a distance. So we'll see what we got, but first shot, I'm gonna throw the trail. Just gonna really try to rip it. Throw it on a little bit of hyzer, let it pop up. We are throwing into a pretty strong headwind here. Sorry for the audio if the wind is coming through. that's pretty decent. We're out there in the field, so we'll see what we can do from there. Well, they have moved this pin even further back to like the E position. So from here, I'm looking at probably a 350 foot to 400 foot shot, of which I just don't have. I maybe 300 on my best throw, 320 if I'm downwind, which I'm not. We're into the wind. So I'm just gonna throw a Tesla and try to lay up just short of this tall grass OB here, and then we'll try to cross from there for up and down for par. Little skip. That should be good. See if we can get across from there. Shouldn't be too bad. This is a good spot. We got maybe 200 feet left. Maybe less than that. I'm not really too good at like guessing feet from just looking at it. So I'm just gonna go hex, go straight at it. Biggest thing is just get over the OB, which it's not gonna take much to get over the OB, so let's try to get up there around the basket. That is really good. Okay. Now that I'm looking back at this hole, to try to get out here closer to this OB, throwing a roller off the tee might have not been a terrible idea to try to get all the way up here, because looking back at the tee to here, it's probably 400 feet. I don't know if we got the right wind for it though, so, but maybe next time we'll give that a shot. But for now, looks like we got a manageable putt for par, and I'll take that with the pin location where it is right now. Oh, barely made it. Bounce off the rim, good adjustment there. Okay, that's a par on hole 7. With it being in this position, about 600 feet, I'll take that, because I am not a bomber by any stretch of the means. If you haven't tried the Hex, I don't think there's a better mid-range out there. I really don't. It's just so perfect. Dead straight, holds the line. This Eclipse plastic one has slight stability to it. So like on that last shot, I could throw it on a little bit of Annie, let it kind of, you know, turn out to the right, but then it just flattens back out and comes back. It's, yeah, really nice. All right, hole 8. Welcome back to the infamous try not to play catch with the tree in the center hole. I'm gonna throw a hex, try to fade it out to the left to where we'll have a nice shot. I'm gonna throw this one on I'm gonna try to throw this one on a decent amount of hyzer to really get out there. That's exactly what we're looking for. Cool. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna do something called trust, which is where we're gonna trust the disc to do what it's supposed to do. I'm gonna throw straight over this OB. Basket's just on the right side over there. We're gonna go Firebird, forehand, and we're just gonna trust that we can put the disc out over the OB and come back in. We trusted it, but we threw it so nose up that it got caught up in the wind. And that's OB, and I'm not 100% sure that it crossed. It landed right on the edge. So I'll see when I get up there, but I'm gonna throw another one here just in case. I could move to the OB line, but because I'm discing up now, because I threw the disc I wanted. I'll throw from back here still. Well, we might throw our whole score away on this one hole, because that's also OB. I turned that over. All right. From here, Tesla, right at the basket. Again, I just nose up is my issue today with the forehands. I think I'm just coming through and up too much. Wind's coming right to left. Yep, see that wind just freaking push it big time. High on both of those. Okay, that's frustrating. And that's how you fall apart and take an 8 on a hole. That's unfortunate. We made it to hole 9 after that train wreck of a last hole. We're just gonna try to make a bar here. We're sitting at 4 over now. Even if I aced, there's no way to make the line, which really sucks because I felt like we were playing pretty good today. Just goes to show how a couple mistakes in a row, especially when it comes to OB strokes, they really add up. I'm gonna throw a forehand. The red basket's tucked back in the woods on the right side. It is an island green, so try to make it into the island here. That actually looks really good. Yeah, skipped up there right to the tree line. Maybe we can end with a birdie. Get back to +3. Better than nothing. So a really good shot. Nice little tap in for par here. At least the first one's the one that counts. All right, well, that's the end of this video. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe button. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know if you want to see me try to hit a different line, maybe some challenges or anything like that. Unfortunately today, playing pretty good. We ended up getting a birdie on 9. We got a birdie earlier on, what was that, 5? So we got a couple birdies today. Thought we had a really good chance to do it. Unfortunately, we had one blow up hole. We took an 8 on hole 7. It's not a hole where you should take an 8. But that means there'll be another video. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. And I'll see if I can get that line for you next time. We're gonna get it, don't worry.